step up the campaign to defend the health service.
Inside to get out of the road.
Probably the NHS is responsible for me being here today. I had chronic asthma, and the doctor told me, or told my mother anyway, when I was about 5 years old, she should expect that I would only have a short life. Then as soon as the National Health Service started, my health drastically improved. So the health service was very important to me. That was why I became political.
Those of us who were young at that stage decided that we needed to have something a lot more professionally organised. We began in the early 1960s and we decided to set up the Militant. We had discussions beforehand because it symbolised people who were prepared to fight, people who were prepared to struggle. But we thought the Labour Party was the ideal place to work, but particularly the youth. And that resonated not just in Liverpool but nationally. At one stage, 22 councils stood out against Thatcher and said, we're not going to implement your cuts. We're going to carry out a legal or illegal budget, no matter. Our bottom line was going to defend the interests of the working class, the past conquests of the working class. And we did that. And we defeated Thatcher on the basis of a mass general strike of council workers in Liverpool. Because reform is always a byproduct of militant struggle. If you're successful, at least it produces reforms. Reformists who advocate reformist programme are usually now counter-reformists. They cannot carry through. We won this tremendous victory that's still there, that is relevant now to the struggle against the NHS.
If that was translated onto a national scale, we would have a landslide Labour government and a majority in Britain.
And that's the biggest lesson for today, that the most authoritarian or even right-wing governments can be defeated by mass movements, and they can be forced to withdraw their proposals, or they can be actually swept out of office.
1980, 82, 83, 84, because of the success we were having, they decided that they would have to cut off the head. And they thought, well, if they cut off the head, the body will die. Well, as ancient Greek mythology showed, like Hydra-headed, if you cut off the head of Hydra, it grows more heads.
I mean, by then I had been a member of the Labour Party for 27 years, and between us we had over 100, the 5 editorial members, we had over 100 years membership of the Labour Party. So that was the end of my Labour Party membership.
The ability to bring together millions of people in opposition and civil disobedience obviously has direct parallels then with now, because there is no other way that we'll be able to attack and counter policies without a mass campaign of civil disobedience.
You know, the 8 people in the world own as much wealth as half the population of the world. It's sort of unbelievable.
If we could create a society of undreamed of plenty, it would result in a mass development of culture, of the development of each individual, of art, of science, of technique. It would be a wonderful society.
There is a mass movement now. When it exploded onto the world, if you like, after the election of Donald Trump, people have got so angry that somebody like him can come to power.
But we stand for a new society, for a society based on reason, for a society of human solidarity, for a society that can use all the enormous latent resources of this planet for the benefit of the working people as a whole.